I'm Dr. Anthony Harper here in the James Brady Press Room. Very challenging issues here in light of Sarah Sanders' resignation from her position as press secretary and going back to Arkansas to fulfill her responsibilities as a mother. She has children to take care of there. But during her time here, and also to mention Sean Spicer's time as press secretaries, there's been a lot of a contention in the White House. Experienced a lot of hostility with this current administration, in contrast with my experience here in the White House press meetings with President Obama, and not as much hostility during that time, but a lot of challenging issues with that and surrounding a code of ethics. The White House Correspondents Association director has refused to enforce any code of ethics for reporters here, and that being the responsibility, he said, that would be the responsibility of the different news agencies. But we haven't had press meetings happening here daily for quite some time, over 3 months, and serious concerns of a lot of reporters, myself included, would like to have daily press briefings again, but it's unlikely, from my understanding, unless there's a code of ethics. And I know President Trump has talked about that issue, demanding a code of ethics of news reporters here. That also threatens for some concern about freedom of the press. If you have an enforceable code of ethics, does that infringe upon freedom of the press issues that we're entitled to? So a lot of uncertain issues now with Sarah Sanders resigning, and don't know for sure who that replacement will be, but we'll be finding out very shortly. Another hot issue at the White House has been Kellyanne Conway and her being criticized for violating the Hatch Act. This Hatch Act is related to a code of ethics. Office of the Special Counsel in the White House has made a recommendation that President Trump fire her for violation of this act. Another big question is, would the Hatch Act be violated by President Obama's press secretaries? And not to know exactly what's going to be happening with that. Unlikely that President Trump would fire her in this situation. Another hot issue here in the White House has been President Trump's peace plan, and that part one, the economic part, being released in Bahrain. The Sanhedrin and the Temple Institute have concern about that plan, and they would want it to include infrastructure, major infrastructure changes in Israel, with railways and airports being established to increase pilgrimage to Jerusalem. A lot of people have concerned about, in evangelical Christian circles, about whether a peace plan can be truly effective, and all the money that oil-rich Arab nations would be giving to Lebanon, Egypt, and Jordan to give citizenship to the people in West Bank and Gaza, whether that's going to be truly effective.